Howdy, everyone. This is Sharon for another conscious sharing moment. And so remember to like and share. Remember, these conscious sharing moments are spontaneous, meaning that you never know what time, what day, usually at least 3 to 5 days a week, and various times. And the other thing is that it's because when it comes to life is always on time when it happens. We cannot always put a time on something. And the reason I say that, so that we can always be ready. And so when something doesn't happen, when you want it to happen, you're ready. And when something happens, when you want it to happen, you're ready. And so also with these conscious sharing moments, they're life hacks, they're aha moments, that everything that you need because of the fact it allows you to like, oh yeah, I never thought about that. Or even if you say, what is she talking about? You can investigate that within yourself, because these are conversations that are beneficial to have with others, but mainly the conversation that you have with yourself. And so when it comes to this conscious sharing moment, what we will talk about is going to the moon and back. Now, for individuals who have children, this is where I have heard this more so than anything else. So I'm just going to say a loved one. I don't have any children of my own, but I do have lovely, lovely, lovely nieces and nephews and godchildren. And one thing that I would say, I will go to the moon and back, but I tell you what, I will make sure that I am good too, because there's no need of me going to the moon and back for others where then I'm going to need to rescue myself. I, oh my gosh. And so that's what ends up happening sometimes, is that when you do not, seriously though, y'all, when you do not put yourself first, it's not being selfish. I'm talking about with your health, with your mind, with your body, with your spirit. Because as you're going to the moon and back, and then you're not taking pit stops of getting some fuels, whether that's food for your mind, actually food, anything to energize you, and even for your spirit. Sometimes you may need sometimes you may need rest. Sometimes you may need to be energized. Whatever it is, you get to decide. And I would say don't stay at any place too long. But the thing is, the more you're going to the moon and back for others and not for yourself, it's wear and tear on your body, it's wear and tear on your mind, and it's wear and tear of your spirit. We've seen it. And one thing that I can say is that I know, I'm going to say this first. It's the way that society, the system is made up, where it pretty much have us working without, you know, I'm not going to say without any breaks, but literally to a certain extent, may not actual, but depends on where you work. You may not get a break. And when I say a break, that 30-minute break or hour break, or even time to take off for yourself. But one thing I will say, when you're going to the moon and back for others, make sure you go to the moon and back for yourself, so that you can truly be there as you are enjoying going to the moon and back. Because sometimes what's happening is not always enjoyed. Now, I'm not saying that, when things come about in life, to ignore them or just be in denial or anything like that. The only thing I'm saying is that life isn't meant for us to be in struggle. Yes, have there been times when I've struggled? Have there been times that I have not been my best self? But one thing that I can say, thank goodness, only I gotta say is God sent angels, and then also allow me to dig deep within myself. And so, in saying that, seriously, when you're going to the moon and back for your family, for your friends, whoever you are, make sure you are taking those pit stops for yourself. Because what ends up happening, and what I was about to say earlier, when it comes to the systems of how it is, like my mom, I love her, appreciate her, everything that she has done. and she worked for a company for 30 years. And I would say that that company did her well. But again, because of the way that the company is set up, it was a manufacturer company. And we all know when manufacturer company, they can be wear and tear. And that's what happened to my mom. And even though I can say, like, in her spirit and in her mind, she was good, but physically, over the past 10, 15 years of her life, you know, it wasn't a good place for her from that respect. And then also, in our society, in which there's this thing in which as you get older, certain things are going to happen to you. Oh, I want my, family. I'm just going to say family to take care. No, me, I want my family to look after me, not to take care of me. And so this is one of the reasons that I'm doing everything that I possibly can to reverse things that I didn't do early on in life and sometimes may even slip up now. But it's important because going to the moon and back for your kids. How about going to the moon and back for your kids in a healthy way? How about going to the moon and back and taking care of yourself? How about, let's say, if you have high blood pressure or high cholesterol or even diabetes, are you going to the moon and back to eat healthy? Are you going to the moon and back to exercise? Are you going to the moon and back to cut off things that you don't need to do and to do things that can be helpful? That is what going to the moon and back is all about. That's going to the moon and back so that you can be in a healthy mind, so that you can be in a healthy body, so that you can be in a healthy spirit. Because, when we say that the generational curses, the generational trauma stops here, it stops here. That means where your children, where your family, and again, sometimes even despite some things may happen, but I'm just saying to cultivate an atmosphere of wellness. Because going to the moon and back to create unhealthy things, that is not generational wealth. And so when you're going to the moon and back for anyone, make sure you're going to the moon and back for yourself. Make sure that you're pushing through, not just to get the bad, but pushing through that one more sit up, that one more step, that one more thing that can lead you to the side of living in joy, that one more thing that can lead you to being at peace in when it comes to chaos, that one more thing that allow you to have clarity, to have discernment. That is what going to the moon and back is all about, where you can be healthy in your mind, be healthy in your body, and be healthy in your spirit. So let me know in the comments of how you are going to the moon and back for your family.